Welcome back, folks. Today, we're diving into the surreal world of Donald Trump's latest rally, where he once again takes center stage in the spotlight. But what's he up to this time? Spoiler alert, it involves a generous serving of lies, election conspiracies, and a sprinkle of disclaimers. Let's dissect the spectacle in this eye-opening video. So, surprise, surprise. Donald Trump is at yet another rally, doing what he does best, spreading misinformation about the 2020 election being stolen from him. But here's the kicker, is he really a victim, or is there more to the story? Trump paints a picture of a third-world nation, alleging that law enforcement has been weaponized against his political party like never before. He accuses the FBI of stifling election-changing facts and even throws shade at the Department of Justice. But why the blame game? Dive into the bizarre world of Hunter Biden's laptop, Trump's go-to narrative. He claims the FBI knew it wasn't Russian disinformation, but 51 intelligence agents said otherwise. We explore the convoluted tale of how this alleged laptop became a linchpin in Trump's election conspiracy theory. Trump claims that the FBI, DOJ, and the courts colluded to have him removed from office. But here's the kicker, did they really, or is it just a clever narrative to perpetuate the election fraud myth? We pose a rhetorical question, how does he plan on turning this alleged collusion around? Newsmax, OAN, and Fox News all have to tread carefully when hosting Trump, complete with disclaimers, because they've been down the lawsuit road before. We explore the delicate dance between Trump's lies and the media outlets that host him. Now, let's delve into the intricate web of misinformation that surrounds Donald Trump's rallies. The narrative has evolved over time, mirroring the shifting sands of conspiracy theories. It's like a game of political telephone, where the story changes with each retelling. First, it was the alleged issues with voting machines, then the focus shifted to mail-in ballots, and now the blame extends to the FBI and the Department of Justice regarding Hunter Biden's laptop. Donald Trump, a master of public relations, understands the power of shaping a narrative. The essence of his claims has morphed to fit the political climate. Despite this, it's crucial to recognize that Trump, deep down, knows the narrative he's peddling is questionable. The ever-changing accusations reveal more about the malleability of his storytelling than any concrete evidence of foul play. Imagine this, even the very networks that air Trump's speeches feel compelled to distance themselves from the narrative he weaves. Newsmax, OAN, and Fox News all include disclaimers after Trump's appearances, essentially stating that they don't endorse the claims made during his speeches. The legal pressure they face suggests that they've danced on the edge of falsehoods, prompting them to protect themselves from potential lawsuits. The question that looms large is when, or if, the supporters, often referred to as MAGAs, Make America Great Again, will recognize the manipulation at play. Despite legal disclaimers, there seems to be an unyielding belief among some Trump supporters. The challenge lies in unraveling the intricate layers of deception that have been woven into the fabric of their political convictions. To grasp the complexity of this situation, one needs to understand the dynamics at play. Donald Trump, a seasoned showman, exploits the loyalty of his base. The more outlandish the claim, the more it solidifies the us against them narrative. The loyalty isn't just to a political figure, it's to a narrative, an alternative reality where conspiracies thrive and skepticism towards mainstream information is the norm. One might wonder, does Donald Trump genuinely believe the claims he makes at these rallies? The answer seems elusive. What's clear, though, is his acute awareness of the susceptibility of his audience. It's not about the truth, but about the power of narrative, a narrative that paints him as a victim and his followers as warriors against an imagined enemy. One might argue that Trump's narrative strategy serves a dual purpose. On one hand, it keeps his base engaged and impassioned, ensuring their loyalty remains unswerving. On the other hand, it perpetuates an alternative reality that conveniently absolves him of any responsibility for electoral defeat. It's a delicate dance between fiction and fervor, carefully choreographed to maintain a grip on a devoted audience. Social media, a powerful amplifier of narratives, plays a pivotal role in spreading these claims beyond the rally venue. Trump's statements reverberate across platforms, reaching millions who might not be privy to the disclaimers aired by news networks. This digital echo chamber intensifies the impact of the narrative, making it even more challenging to dismantle. Understanding why some continue to believe these claims requires delving into the psychology of belief. Cognitive biases, confirmation bias, and group identity dynamics contribute to the resilience of these narratives. Overcoming such deeply ingrained beliefs involves not just presenting facts, but addressing the emotional and psychological underpinnings that sustain them. As we dissect the layers of deception, it's essential to consider the long-term consequences. The erosion of trust in institutions, the polarization of political discourse, and the potential for real-world consequences based on false information are critical issues. It raises the question, can a society built on conflicting narratives find common ground for meaningful discourse? The path forward demands a multifaceted approach. Fact-checking remains crucial, but it should be complemented by efforts to bridge communication gaps and foster understanding. Engaging in open conversations that acknowledge differing perspectives without compromising on truth becomes imperative. It's a daunting task, but one that is essential for the health of democratic discourse. In conclusion, the challenge persists: how to bridge the gap between the reality perceived by Trump's base and the actual events that transpired. As we navigate this landscape of misinformation, it becomes evident that untangling the web of deception requires more than just fact-checking. It requires a shift in the very narratives that shape our political discourse.